Hi honeys, how are you? Tanyanishailoc here, and of course welcome back to the YouTube channel. What's popping, what's well, and of course all that particular kind of good stuff over there. If this is your first time here, and of course it's the first time you're watching my face over this platform, hi there, I'm tanyanishailoc. I do videos about makeup, glam, fashion, beauty, my medical career kind of vlogs, and a lot of interesting videos. But of course, as you have seen from the thumbnail and of course the title of the video, by the way, before I dive into that, if you are an old honey of mine, thank you very much for clicking onto the video. You make this life for me a little bit better on, because you know what, we need the coins. But of course, as you have seen the thumbnail, the title of the video, and of course all what you have seen, it means that today we are going to be passing through some tea of nursing school. Whenever I'm going to be talking about nursing school, I just feel like I'm ready, because I just feel like I've made my research and I have everything at hand. So without any further ado, let us just dive into the video right now. The title of the video, of course, you have seen it. This is Nursing School Admission 2020 July intake, and I'm very excited to be doing this. I know that for a lot of years, for a lot of past years, we have lived to see that most of the nursing school have their intakes in January or February, and most of them have their intakes in July. So I'm here to simplify for you a little bit of what to expect, what to put into consideration, and of course how to prepare for your admission in nursing school. So I've put everything down in three different kind of categories. First of all, it is identifying the nursing institution. This is very important if you know my story, and of course if you have seen me grow from zero to where I am right now. You know that things were not as they were initially, but everything has come with patience, and everything has come with hard work, and everything has come with believing in God, believing in myself, and of course with utilizing the company around me. But I'm gonna be leaving the video up here. Go watch it if you don't know my story, and of course how I got here in nursing school and onto this channel in particular, or YouTube, being a content creator on YouTube, and of course all that. But I don't want this to be a little bit deep. That's why I'm gonna try to summarize it as much as I can. Just make sure that you get the best nursing school you have ever dreamt of. Don't get me wrong that getting for you a school or a nursing school by your parents and of course your guardians and of course your relatives, it's bad. It's also very good, but try very much to do your research on that particular kind of nursing school you are going to be admitted into. Make sure that you have a visit onto it, because it's very important. Me as a person, I love doing visits, especially where I'm gonna try to make sure that I lay my foundation in life, and that is of course nursing school. Try to make sure that of course you try to visit the school, try to make sure that you pass through the history of the school. When did it start? How has its progress been for the past few years? It has stood to teach, and of course all that. Just try to make sure that you do your research about the school. How does it conduct its students? How does it conduct its programs? How many programs does it have? Does it give you space and chance, of course, to proceed or to go to the next stage? And of course all that. Just do the research about the best institution before you try to get into it. Important thing that I find very topic. Oh, was that right English? Okay, that I find a topic. Yes, I think that's a little bit better English. But I find a topic is of course getting admitted into that school. So I remember that I told you guys, especially those who started with me this journey, that my admission to nursing school was not a walkover. Literally things were not so good. Things were bad. Like I got admitted, not even admitted, but I got to visit more than I think 3 or 4 schools, which not even 4 only. They were very many, you guys, but I never got an opportunity to enter into those nursing schools because maybe of the location, because maybe of the strategic kind of transportation, because maybe of the tuition, because maybe a lot of issues. But finally I got admitted. But you as a person, after identifying your school, make sure that you get admitted into that school. How are you going to get admitted? You get admitted, of course, through talking to the administration so that they give you an admission letter. Most of the time, especially here in my country where I am, most of the time admission is paid 50,000 Ugandan shillings, between 50,000 to 60,000 Ugandan shillings. If it's more than that, my dear, that's not a school I expect, of course, to be a nursing school. But pay that much, get admitted, get the forms, and of course in the process of admission there are things that I'm not going to be jumping off my eyes, such as the top requirements, such as the papers. When I say the papers, you guys, I remember that here in my country most of the educational documents, we call them papers in popular. Yeah, so the papers are meaning, of course, the educational documents that shows your educational history, such as especially here for enrolled nursing, they really do need your certificate for O level, and of course your pass slip for O level. O level meaning the early high school, senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, senior 4, and of course for diploma programs, especially nursing, comprehensive nursing, and midwifery, and of course all that they need your certificate of HSC or advanced level, and your pass slip, of course, of the advanced level. So you have to look into that and make sure that it is up to date, meaning that it is not forged in any way, and also look into other requirements needed by the school. There might be, of course, other essential kind of requirements of the lab, the skills lab, such as gloves, on whatever the case may be, gloves, jig, a lot of them. Maybe I'll make a video about that very soon, about the requirements to expect. But I remember that I did a video about that. Maybe I'll put it up here, maybe you can go watch it. But make sure that, of course, you are conversant with the requirements needed by the school. You're also very conversant with tuition you are going to be paying, and you are going to also make sure that you are conversant with the percentages. For example, at my school, you have to first of all pay something like 30, 20, is it 30, I think 30, no, the first percentage is around for 20, and the second percentage is around 20, and the third one is around 60, making 100%. And make sure that you are familiar, and of course you are conversant with all the percentages you are going to be paying your tuition in. It will also help you, and of course your guardians, and of course your parents in long run. Guys are trying to conclude up this video. I'm gonna try to base more of my conclusion on the requirements, because I think that they are very important. Make sure that, of course, you pass through a lot of the requirements, especially when it reaches the issue of touching the pocket. Some parents, they do cricket. Make sure that you are very conversant with all the requirements from what I've talked about, the papers of your educational history, maybe your O-level certificate, maybe your advanced level certificate. Make sure that, of course, you are conversant with the requirements of the school, meaning what the school needs from you. Also make sure that you are conversant with the location of the school, and maybe you're going to be sleeping into a hostel. Maybe very soon I'll be doing a video about hostel, and of course fees to expect, especially around Makerere, and of course one day there, because I know most of the students, they engage there, those students from Makerere, and of course one day there, YMC and Indian Institute of Health, I know that most of them engage there. I'm going to try to do a video very soon. I don't know if very soon, but hopefully very soon, exploring all that particular kind of magic. But for the meantime, let me grab you again in my next video. I hope that this video has been important to one person or two people or three people or a lot of people, of course, out there who are joining nursing school. And remember that smartness, elegancy, and of course exploring the magic of your subconscious mind remains our title in 2020. Remember to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm going to be leaving everything on the screen right now. Tanyanishailoc switching out. Bye for now.